Proof of work is obviously the origin of Bitcoin. It's the origin of cryptocurrency. A key thing is proof of work is very objective. You can look at the energy being put in, you can look at the mathematical properties, and you can see what the outcome of the chain would have been regardless of time. And time is a very important feature to Quai network, where the lack of time is very important to Quai, but there is some properties of time in existing proof of work protocols, as I sort of alluded to with Nakamoto consensus, needing 2 blocks to resolve a fork, or a sequence of blocks in Ethereum to resolve a fork. In proof of stake, though, you introduce subjectivity. There is no actual input cost to the system, and the actual weight of the blocks is dictated by social consensus and what people believe is the right output of the chain and what is being attributed to that perception of the inherent currency, rather than something such as energy being put into the system. So for Quai, as you said, we have a very high emphasis on decentralization, because in a blockchain network, that's sort of a default that you need, and you don't realize how much decentralization trends with the robustness of the system until you actually need it. You don't need decentralization until your blockchain network goes down, and then you're like, I wish I had full control of my assets. And we want to make no trade-offs there. We want to have the utmost ability to provide that for both the users of Quai and the people building on it. The introduction of subjectivity into proof of stake was, in our opinion, a way to introduce forms of control onto a blockchain and onto what is inherently a network state of currency. And if you look at the transition for Ethereum from proof of work to proof of stake, you've sort of seen the ever-looming conversations of it being a security more so, given the control of the network. There's a higher input cost to proof of work. And in the Ethereum example, you'll actually see them say, well, Ethereum has the best form of proof of stake because it was proof of work, which I've always thought is a super interesting argument, because proof of work inherently has the best distribution mechanism, and then it also has the ongoing cost of competitive mining, ensuring your mining hardware is up to date, ensuring that you're consistently performing a service for the network, and it creates that divide between people that are inherently rent-seeking versus competitively bidding to provide security for the chain. And I think that's a wonderful property of proof of work. Again, this is highly debated.